Hey everybody, this is Hans Murphy from Modesto, California, and we're just doing MurphChat today. We were going to do something better, but not that there's anything wrong with MurphChat, but something more planned out. We were going to work on that last night, but our neighbors were having a pretty wild party, and so we had this massive bass line sort of throbbing right through the house, and yeah, it's kind of hard to get work done when that's happening, so here we are. So instead, just please enjoy this Murph chat, and we'll hopefully have something more sort of worked out next week. But this week we're just making it up as we go along. So yeah. Anyway, on to the sponsorship announcement. Ho ho ho! Merry Octobermas! And as we now are into October, we are getting a bit closer to Christmas. And if you've got a loved one that collects laserdiscs, HD DVDs, or CDs, what better way to surprise them this year by getting them a lovely gift from our wonderful sponsors at Home for the LD Lee. As mentioned, they do sell HD DVDs, laserdiscs, and CDs. And if you put in the code MURPH, as in Santa Murph, you get 20% off of your order. So go there now, or after the video, and yes, Home for the LD Lee. Saving Christmases since whatever year they started, because I forget. Well, thanks, Santa Murph, for that wonderful little sponsorship announcement. As for me, I may have something coming up. We just got a new internet connection here, so we might actually be able to do some live streams. So we've got the PS4 connected up to the internet, and I'm not sure how we're going to make it work, but we're going to give it a go. So we're going to try and do a live stream of WWE 2K25 at some point. So you can, kind of watch what it would be like if there was a wrestling show starring the Murphys. So, yeah, Murphys and Furphys and some of our other friends. So, yeah, that's something to look out for. It may not end up happening. We're going to give it a go and just see what happens. There's something else that's been happening here at Murph Manor. The Works has been working on a series of 7 paintings for our friend Ian, who owned Black Gambit Tattoos. Yeah, it was kind of a cool thing, someone who's in the arts themselves to want some of his work. So I'm going to let the Works come in here, and he's going to talk you through some of those paintings. All right, it's the Works here. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of painting over the last few weeks. This is the latest one. It's part of the big commission piece. This is for the North Melbourne football team. That's Ian's team that he supports in the AFL. And yeah, he wanted a picture from, I think it was the 81 Grand Final, something like that. I don't follow football myself, but yeah, these Australian rules stuff, it's like, I don't know. But anyway, they're the kangaroos, so I chuck a couple of kangaroos in there. Their colours are blue and white, so I gave them blue kangaroos. And yeah, I've got his the name of his tattoo shop there as a part of the advertising at the place. So I think it's the MCG where they have the Grand Final. I don't know. There's the cup itself over there. And yeah, that's their coach, Ron Barassi. They're sort of holding him up. And it was based on a photo, actually. And yeah, that's that one. So this one's from an alternate universe where Bret Hart didn't lose at the 1997 Survivor Series. So here he is. At some point during his WCW run, he did this thing about his cat Smokey. So Ian liked that, so he stuck that in as a reference. And I don't know if you can there's Smokey up there on the turnbuckle. So there's Shawn Michaels lying in a pool of his own blood. So yeah, that's that one. Alright, so this one I don't really understand the meaning behind this one, but I guess he looks up to Hugh Hefner as a businessman or something. So anyway, yeah, he wanted a Hugh Hefner, but when he was young, so not the creepy old guy with the bathrobe, when it was a young handsome man. So yeah, that's what this one is. With his nudie magazine there. Yeah. Like I said, I don't really get it. I like how the picture came out though, but yeah, I've got a couple of the bunny girls there from his Playboy thingy. So yeah, don't know much about the guy to be honest. But anyway, alright, so this is one of a tattoo artist that he admires called Stoney Sinclair. There's a really good documentary about him here on YouTube. I can't remember what it was called, but I watched it just before painting this. So yeah, there he is, and he had to be tattooing something, so I stuck in a gorilla. He's not one of us specifically, it's just a gorilla. And so if you yes, if you've ever been to a tattoo shop, they've always got the flash on the wall, the paint pictures in the background. So I thought it'd be fun to have some of those, and yeah, they're mostly just little symbols, and there's a purple chimp over there, and there's a car somewhere on here. So just random stuff really, but yeah, that's that one. And there's a green snake there, and the reason for that is Stoney Sinclair, as well as being a tattoo artist, did snake shows. Don't really know what he did with them, but yeah. All right, so this one's of Salvador Dali, and I thought that with him being a painter, doing a painter of a painting, it would be funny to have him as a, like he's painting. Is he the painting, or is he painting you? So you got the paintbrush sticking out. So he may actually be painting the entire universe as we know it, or as we don't know it, I guess. And so I stuck some references into some of his more famous work in the background, and not much else to say. Oh, I didn't have a picture of his cat in colour. It's not actually just a regular cat. I thought it looked more like a wild, jungle cat or something. Turned out it was. I forget what sort it was, but yeah, the real one was not pink and grey, but that's the way I painted it, so that's the way it is. I probably should have looked for a colour photo, to be honest. Alright, so this one is Bon Scott, the singer from AC/DC, from the first album through till the last one he did was Highway to Hell. So yeah, here he is. I thought he looked thirsty, so I painted in a few. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that one. But I tried to get the best reference pictures I could get for his tattoos, so I've painted those in as best I could. So yeah. And this last one, which was actually the first one I did in the series, this is Mikhail Tal, who was a chess grand champion. He's another hero of Ian's, and he had quite a wild lifestyle. He sort of strikes me as a kind of Keith Richards of chess, and so here he is playing chess, and he's got his cigarette, and he's got the smoke comes out and turns into the devil's head. So and the reason that the devil has no nose is Lithuanian folklore, and I can now remember if the devil in Lithuanian folklore had no nose or just had no nostrils. So yeah, I couldn't remember, but someone told me that when I was a kid, and it's kind of stuck with me. So that's why I gave the devil no nose, because I couldn't remember which way it went. But either way, no nose means no nostrils. So yeah, that's what I've been working on for the past 7 weeks, I think it is. I think I've done one a week. Yeah, so I've been keeping myself fairly busy with that. I've done a few abstract ones as well, just for myself, that I might show you at some point. You did see the banana shark vomiting the fractured rainbow in the background of one of Murph's videos. So yeah, you might see more of them, but I just do those for fun. So yeah, I hope Ian doesn't mind us showing those, because we haven't given to him yet. But he's seen them. We've sent him pictures. So. Oh, and if you're in the general, the Murph Manor's in Hampton Park, Victoria, so Australia. So if you're in that area, he's actually in Lynbrook. His Black Gambit Tattoos. They're not actually a sponsor, but I just thought I'd mention them because he's a cool guy. So go check him out. And yeah, if you're in the market for a tattoo, that is. If you're not looking for tattoos, then there's probably not much point. I mean, you could just go and have a chat, I suppose, but he probably wants people to come in and give him money. So yeah. Well, thanks for that, Works. That was really super. I personally, being a wrestler, I love the one of Bret Hart. Bret really should have won that match, and we're not going to get into that now. If you don't know about the Montreal Screwjob, you can look that up. There's plenty of documentaries been made about it and all that, but yeah, pretty dirty business, but that's wrestling. Anyway, on to the next segment. Tennis saw a movie he wanted to talk about, so over to you, Tennis. Hey, what's going on? I need you to do the cue. You're on. You just go. I can't just start. I have to do this properly. Well, I don't know. Just get started. What's Dennis's problem? Well, you know how he goes. You know, he needs someone to start it off for him. I'm sorry, Hans. It's usually me that has to deal with this. You have to set him up for his catchphrase, otherwise he won't do the review. What? Just leave it to me. All right. So yes, this is Swim Earth here, and tennis. Say hello, tennis. Hello, tennis. So he has to do all that before you can do his review. Well, you know how it is. You're a wrestler. You know how catchphrases work. Yeah, I guess. This week, I saw The Monkey, directed by Osgood Perkins, son of the legendary actor Anthony Perkins, best known for the movie Psycho. The movie focuses on two brothers and their interactions with this toy drumming monkey, which I think is technically a chimp, which would make it an ape, but the film's called The Monkey. They refer to it as The Monkey, so I guess it's supposed to be a monkey. This isn't the first time this has happened. There is the movie Link, 1980s horror film about a murderous chimpanzee, where the chimpanzee is played by an orangutan. Apparently they couldn't get a chimp that could play the part well enough, so they just got an orangutan and dyed his fur black and put some false ears on him. And they really could have just changed the script to say it's an orangutan, as it still just looks like an orangutan. But I digress. That's a great film, though, even though it is weird because of the chimp that's an orangutan. I wasn't that familiar with Osgood Perkins before this. I knew he'd made the movie Long Legs, which I'd not seen. I actually watched it after this and didn't think that much of it. That movie was kind of dull. But this movie, The Monkey, I think is a really good film. It's really well made, and it's everything you'd want from sort of horror comedy film. It's in places it is very funny, and it's also kind of scary at times, but it's also incredibly gory. So if you like that kind of thing, I would highly recommend it. And the monkey is very cute. Although he's also deadly, because if he plays his drums and decides that you're the one that's going to die, well, it's not good news for you. He's still adorable, though. Now, the adult versions of both brothers are played by Theo James, which is interesting because the child version, well, I guess it's still the same character, so the relationship is the same, but their mother in the film is played by Tatiana Maslany, who was the star of Orphan Black, where she played, I think there was about 7 or 8 sisters, so I don't know if she gave him any acting tips for it, but he does a good job, much as she did in that show. She probably did better in that show, but then again, she was playing, like I say, 7 or 8 very different roles. He was essentially playing 2, I don't know if they're twin brothers or very close in age brothers. I think they're twins, but I honestly can't remember. Them being twins or just brothers, it's not really that important to the story. But if you're looking for something kind of scary for this Halloween season, that's not too scary, but has all the gore and blood and guts that you'd want from a good horror film, yes, you could do worse than The Monkey. So I'd certainly recommend it, and we're going to give it. I bought my girl an apple, she let me hold her hand. I bought my girl an orange, we kissed beneath the band. I bought my girl bananas, she let me squeeze her tight. I'm going to bring a watermelon to my girl tonight. Oh, a light. Coach, can you put the light back where it was, please? The Monkey by Osgood Perkins, based on a short story by Stephen King. That's my review, and back to Hans. Well, that's our video for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll hopefully be back with something a bit more substantial next week. And if you see us online during the week doing a live stream, it may happen, it may not. We're going to try it anyway and just see what happens. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget our website. Don't forget Home for the Aldi Lee. I am Hans Murphy from Modesto, California, residing here at Murph Manor. And, see ya. I bought my girl an apple, she let me hold her hand. I bought my girl an orange, we kissed beneath the band. I bought my girl bananas, she let me squeeze her tight. I'm going to bring a watermelon to my girl tonight.